What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. It is Saturday night, September 2nd. We're in Labor Day weekend here in the United States, and we are now in the month of September. And I'm really excited because about once a month, I get to collaborate with one of my favorite human beings on the planet who has one of my favorite organizations. And I'm, of course, talking about Tangela, who is the founder and goddess and creatrix of Soul Search. And Soul Search is where we go to find amazing healers, amazing psychics, amazing events. And so welcome, Tangela.
Oh, thank you so much, Scott. And hello and blessings to everyone around the world on this Labor Day weekend here. Really excited to be with all of you. And also for tonight's show, it's going to be amazing. We have incredible guests and Peter Sterling here to play with the harp, and Omashar, welcome back from the UK. So it's going to be a fun night tonight.
Well, since you mentioned them, if I can find Peter, where is Peter? Where is Peter? Oh, maybe he's not. There
he
is. There he is. Well, here are our musical people. So for anybody watching, we have amazing presenters and we also have amazing music. And yeah, Peter and Omashar are two of the most popular, beloved musical artists in our new thought, new paradigm, awakening world. So we're going to hear music from both of them. And since we're going ahead and doing this, we also have some amazing presenters. Coming back again is Melissa Fike. And AJ and Thomas are with us. I love these two guys.
Hey, everyone.
And Ashita is with us. Good to have her back. I just met her and was blown away. And of course, Lara, who brings us the light codes. Thank you so much for being back with us. And Tangela, your amazing partner now, Barbara, is with us tonight.
Hey,
So
Barbara.
Hello.
And we're going to be hearing from all these people on the topic of how we can create heaven on earth in our body temples or through our body temples. You know, I can remember a while back, a lot of people on the spiritual journey were like, I want to leave my body. I want to leave my body. But now it's about being in the body and experiencing divinity through the body. It's not about leaving our body. The days of getting high and taking drugs and trying to get out of the body, that was then. We had fun. But now it's about really being in the body, fully sober, fully present. And that's what we're going to learn how to do from these incredible people. So we're excited about that. And we're also excited about Soul Search. So Tangela, tell us a little bit about for anybody who hasn't joined Soul Search yet, tell us about Soul Search.
Sure. So as most of you guys know, Soul Search, we are an online platform and community to support anyone and everyone in their journey of transformation, healing, and empowerment in any way possible. And so what we do is we have an incredible community of powerful psychics, healers, mediums, spiritual teachers, intuitives, guides in every modality. We have incredible channels, homeopaths, angelic healers, breathwork, meditation, astrology. So wherever you are on your path, there's someone you can connect with, whether it's for individual sessions, private sessions, retreats, online events, in-person events. There's such a wide variety of tools that all of our teachers offer, everything from books, coaching, oracle decks, light codes, so many opportunities for us to be up-leveling ourselves. And with Soul Search, we really just try to open this up for people in any way. And we have lots of online events and in-person events like our psychic and healing fairs. And of course, we're really excited because we are launching Soul Search TV soon. And all of our guests today are actually our Soul Search TV stars as well, and have their own shows launching soon on Soul Search TV, which you'll be able to find on Roku and Amazon and other streaming apps. So you guys will be hearing a little bit about their shows today, and stay tuned because we'll be launching on 11/11, and it's going to be really exciting for everyone.
Beautiful. Isn't it great that now we really are making our own television? It's just beautiful that we get to create our own shows like this, like what you're creating, and get regular dosages of all the beautiful beings that are raising consciousness. And together we all are creating a beautiful awakening world. Well, one of the great parts of the awakening world and our online show that we've been doing for 3.5 years now is music. And our house musical artist, who we love, he just got back from a trip to England. Welcome, beloved brother Omashar.
Namaste and alakai, everybody. What a beautiful bridging heaven and earth. What a great topic. And my music, I used to be in rock bands back in the day. That's the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which wasn't me, but I heard Scott talking about it earlier. That was so then, and I came to a point in my life where I realized that everything I was writing was from a dualistic nature, was negative or positive, black and white, and I thought, why can't I write just from the center of my heart? And so I started writing from the center of my heart, and every time a song would come along that wanted to be written from the old duality consciousness, I just threw it away. And I built up this momentum of songs which are basically talking to the source of all creation through my heart. And I realized over the time that bridging in heaven and earth, we are the bridges. We, our physical bodies, are the bridges to heaven and earth. And it's when, we are all finding out that I'm putting words into your mouth, that our hearts are a brain. Our hearts actually have neuroreceptors in them. And it's a matter of really finding the courage to let go of your mind and your thoughts 100% and allow the heart to start emerging and talking to us. And it's a completely different language. And I do believe that I know that I've heard my heart talking to me a couple of times, but my mind's has come in and just said, don't be so ridiculous. However, it's a work in process, and it's getting better and better. And another thing that came to me the other day is the clock on the awakening. It used to be like at 2 minutes to 12. Now I know it's at 2 minutes past 12, and we are becoming that which we have been envisaging all of these years. And I'm just going to sing a song now, which is actually called "Bridging Heaven and Earth." And the first lyric on the song, I'm just putting in the chat here, is we shed the cross of ages, the cross, all of the burdens that we've been carrying through our lives, whether religious or spiritual or parental conditioning or whatever. And as we shed the cross, everything that's in the mind, it reveals the light within the form, and the light just automatically happens because we already are enlightened. We already are that which we came to be. We just forgot, and our head got in the way. So we just had to take our head out of the way and allow the radiance to start radiating again. So that's my little soliloquy for now, and I'm going to go into bat mode. Here we go.
And
we shed the cross of ages, revealing light within the fall. We share the joy in living, as finally we know no thought about a future. This moment is all we have to know. We walk the path together, hand in hand we grow. As we walk on earth, we're building an eternity. Now all can see the way back home again, bridging heaven and earth. Whoa. And now the way is clearer, as we rejoice in human fall. Our lives becoming dearer. There's truth in everyone. Our love is like a river, to which the world can come to drink. An ocean went to
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a great. I mean, that's like the song. There it is. It's like this song for tonight.
It is the song for tonight. It's like as soon as I see the poster, that the song just flies into my head. Do this one. I go, okay.
That's easy. That's awesome.
Right.
Hey, I also want to let people know all about where you can have all things Omashar. And it's very easy to remember the name of his website because it's his name. So let's all go to omashar.com. The metaphysical musician, metapop guy. That's where his announcements are. That's where you can learn all about his life history. But most of all, let's go to Bandcamp, because Bandcamp is the best place to buy his albums. There's still that blank space that I know you're going to fill soon.
I know, and those are selected bits of my life history. The ones only the ones I want you to see. So.
Maybe you should set up a membership portal like Christian Hoffman has, where people pay and then they get to find out the
behind the scenes. I know, right? Yeah,
exactly.
The making of. Thank you, Scott.
Absolutely. Love you, Omashar.
Love you.
And Omashar will be back. I didn't put it into the agenda, but definitely we want to have a closing song, Omashar.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll adjust the agenda.
All good.
All right. Well, we have a whole evening full of soul searchers. And so I'm going to turn it over to my wonderful co-host, Tangela, to introduce all the different soul searchers, but starting with who our next guest is going to be.
Yes, I'm super excited to introduce Thomas and AJ Kavanagh, speaking from Source. And they are such a unique duo because they share divine intelligence by channeling the guides, a collective of high frequency spiritual beings from multiple planes and dimensions. And these guides are humorous, they're wise, and they basically help individuals and groups better understand the events and circumstances of their lives from a universal perspective. AJ and Thomas are unique in that they channel simultaneously to tune into the universal mind and share messages from source so that you can live your best life. So I'm just super excited to welcome AJ and Thomas back to the show. Happy to have you guys here, and just wanted to hear your wisdom on today's topic and also a little bit about what your upcoming show is going to be for Soul Search TV.
You Absolutely. Delighted to be here. It's always a pleasure. The guides have so much to share with us, and they do say that our body is a temple. We are these eternal beings, and often we get, our head in the sky and our head in the clouds about how we should be or how we should behave, rather than going internally. And we have these amazing systems within our eternal physical bodies.
One of the things that the guides taught us early was that when we review our chakra system, sometimes we think about the chakra system just in terms of it being energy centers connected to our health, connected to our healing. But the guides revealed to us that, in fact, they stopped and they said, now, why do you think you have a third eye? What do you think that's about? And they showed us how, in fact, we use it now every time we go into chant.
Every time, yeah.
How that third eye really becomes a pathway for us, between us and the divine, built in our bodies, as a part of our bodies, in order for us always to be able to stay connected. And it's a fascinating reminder for us. As you know, when you channel, there's sort of this meeting of vibration coming from that high spiritual realm to our physical energies. And again, it's the third eye, it's our chakra system that makes that connection. The one other thing I want to share that the guides use often is the image of our own inner light. In fact, they often have clients and groups really look inside of themselves to see in their mind's eye that inner light. That light looks exactly like the light of source. And that's for a reason. That's so that we can recognize that living within us and always available to us.
Yes, no separation. We're always connected, as above, so below. These basic principles that we often bandy around, and yet they're true. They're living energy centers that we can go within, and we can see that light within ourselves, the divine I am that I am.
Guys, you are going to be doing Soul Search TV.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
excited.
happen to have in my little back pocket here, my video back pocket, a trailer. Can I show it? And then you can talk a little bit about that.
Let's do it.
Thomas Workman and AJ Kavanagh are intuitive channels who have a remarkable ability to speak for a spiritual collective they call the Guides. They are unique in that they channel the Guides together, sharing one mind as they deliver messages. The primary interest of the Guides is helping us all live consistently in the state of joy, accomplished through a set of simple practices they call the Infinite Pathway. The Infinite Pathway, Journey to Self-Realization.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you. And it really is that journey to self-realization. I mean, that is honoring the body temple as well, becoming self-aware and becoming conscious.
This word is such an important word to the Guides, realize. In fact, they always get excited. You can feel the energy when they talk about realization, because we know exactly everything we need to know that's already built within our souls. But what often happens is that we forget, certainly, but more importantly, we haven't transferred that knowledge into a living practice, and they call that realization. So we had to title the series Journey of Self-Realization, because that's really what all of their messages are about. That's really what they hope that can get accomplished through the series, how we can take specific subjects, things that we're all dealing with in our lives, whether it's our circumstances or whether it's our emotions or any number of things, so that we could really think practically about how we do make that spiritual connection and live our best lives.
Beautiful. Now, one of the things I'm going to continue to let people know how to connect with you. Your website is speakingfromsource.com, speakingfromsource.com, and you are offering a free gift, Wisdom Wednesdays. So tell us about Wisdom Wednesdays.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Guides have so much to share with us, and we send out inspirational messages from the Guides just by providing your email every week. And we've got some tremendous feedback from that. People really look forward to that.
Beautiful. And so that's a free class that people, by going to your website, they can register and learn all about it.
It's a free email that they'll receive every week, inspiration from the Guides.
But we'd also love people to join us for our monthly channeling practice, which we do online every month. Our next one's coming up is September 10th.
Yeah. Conversations with us.
Now, is there anything that you can either channel right now or that you remember from previous channelings?
Well, you know what? Funny you should mention. Just as a little aside, we channel personally for ourselves, just as we do for the clients. And, you know, one of the big standout things that came the other week was they said the dark clouds are burning up. And it was a really encouraging message because, you know, they said that once the dark clouds have burnt up and all of the things that we see that we may not agree with, or that pain us, or that are in our circumstances, that are in our lives, they are all burning up with the higher consciousness. And with that comes new fertile ground for new growth and new discovery. And that's exactly where we're at right now. So what better way to get your body in tune and with your higher self and the divine than right now?
And speaking about that practically, that means two things to us. First of all, it means, yes, there are dark clouds in the skies, but do not fear. They are burning away. And we're seeing that. We're seeing transformation every day. In fact, we encourage you to look for that transformation rather than the dark cloud. But the second thing they said is so fascinating. They said, even when the clouds clear, we have habits that we've built as human beings for millennia. And those habits have to get readdressed.
Mm.
And so though deceit may be one of those dark clouds that isn't hovering over us all the time, it may still be a practice of ours that we have to continue to move towards. How could I be more open? How could I be more honest now that there's nothing that's controlling me?
And this is part of the infinite pathway that we'll be discussing in our new show as well.
Beautiful. And tell us a little bit more about how your journey has evolved. I mean, bringing in all this energy, tell us a little bit about your own personal transformation, both as individuals and as a beautiful couple.
It's been fascinating. You know, one of the things about being a channel is that you can ask questions for yourself. And so sometimes we'll check in and say, how we going? How we doing? And they are always free with loving advice. And they say, you know, develop your practice is the most important thing. Develop a regular commitment with the divine. Spend time in meditation. Spend time working and knowing your chakras. You know, sometimes with our energy centers, we're either connected from the heart up or, you know, from the sacral down, and never the twain shall meet, you know. So it's really important to have that balance. And that's what I've found one of the big takeaways that has helped me become a stronger channel in that respect.
It is really the same message for me about applying what it is that we're shown every time we're shown it. You know, last week's Wisdom Wednesday actually came from one of our private channelings. We channel together every Sunday to spend time in what they call communion with the guides. And one of the things that they said to us is you can be surrounded by food, but still suffer from malnutrition. And that gave us some time to really sit and think about it.
I know.
But what they meant was, you know, being able to learn all of this and hear all of this, but not being able to ingest it. That's where the spiritual nutrition comes. And so we call ourselves the front row students.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and of course, we can find you on your own direct website, but we also can find you on Soul Search.
Yes.
Oh, without doubt.
Everybody, this is where we go to find people like AJ and Thomas. And so again, if you go to Soul Search, and then that's where you get to find all these amazing practitioners. And Tangela, I want to bring you in for a moment. What have you learned the most from Thomas and AJ, or what about them just lights you up the most?
Well, I mean, I just love, you know, the way that they bring through messages from source, but with so much levity and fun and joy. And I think someone in the comments also, you know, commented that they haven't even started channeling yet, and they're just exuding so much joy. And it's true. And when we talk about, you know, bringing heaven on earth and into our body temples, I mean, that's what this is all about, like living and being pure joy and bliss, and, you know, and remembering that, you know, we are one with source in every moment. And AJ and Thomas really embody and live that as they are, you know, as you are channeling, but you are also the living example. So thank you to both of you. And also such a unique modality of channeling simultaneously, which I've also never seen. Scott, I don't know if you've ever seen that either.
It's very unique, very unique
and very powerful. And also as a couple. So it's just such a beautiful, like magical modality of, you know, that you're of healing and transformation that you're bringing to people. It's very beautiful. And I hope that you guys will stick around, and maybe a little bit later we can hear a little bit of channeling from you guys.
That would be awesome. I would love that. And, you know, I want to say I put you guys on first because it's true. You just bring so much loving energy. You know how when you think of somebody, you get an association. And it's true. The moment I saw you guys were going to be on the show again, it was like, I love these guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we love you too,
Scott.
Yeah, you know, and the light that you bring with the awakening world, and, you know, Tangier with Soul Search, and everything that all of the individual practitioners doing. I mean, you know, we're just electrifying the planet right now. You can feel it. You can feel it.
You can. And, you know, the last thing I'll say for now is, you know, really, we always have choices. And one of those choices is, will I live at the vibration, the state of being of joy, or will I live less than that? Why we ever live less than that? Why?
Thank you for bringing so much joy to our world and to our awakening world. And stick around, guys. Would love to hear from you, more from you later on. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Tangela, we have this wonderful thing that my partner Deborah and I started a few weeks ago of meditation every night at 6:30 p.m. And it's led by different members of the Twin Ray community. And of course, Deborah and I are both in Ashland, Oregon. I'm actually coming to you from the Twin Ray Sanctuary. And again, you talk about a high vibe. There's a very high vibration taking place. So I want to welcome all the people that are coming in and watching us on the Twin Ray meditation Zoom room link. Welcome, everybody. And I'm going to turn it over to Deborah. Deborah, let's just do a quick sound check. Make sure your volume is good.
Yes, namaste. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your volume sounds good. What do you think, Omashar?
It's great, beautiful. Namaste, Deborah.
Namaste. So great to see you.
All right, take it away, Deborah.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, first of all, I would love to welcome everybody. Great to see all of your beautiful faces and all the members of the community, and everybody's shining and happy. That makes me even more happy. So welcome to that Saturday evening, 2nd of September. Virgo meditation means, I don't know if you have felt these 2 last full moons in August being just like powerful. And we're just still in that field. And so, yeah, I invite you to just relax now and to beautifully close your eyes. I invite you to put your right hand on your beautiful chest and your beautiful heart chakra, and your left hand on your solar plexus. And we deeply breathe in all the way into our abdomens. And we hold it and let the energy swirl around in all the cells of our body, and we let the light into every cell. And now we deeply breathe out and let go of everything that the whole day gave us. And we just let go. Beautiful. And one more time, we deeply breathe in. All the beautiful energy and light and love that is surrounding us, and the abundance and the bliss. And we feel it everywhere inside of us, that we actually are that love. And we deeply breathe out and let go. Starting into this beautiful evening. And one more time, we deeply breathe in. And we feel that column of light that is coming from the eternal source, from the central sun, all the way down through our crown chakra, all the chakras down, through the soul star chakra, and to the center of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. And we feel that deep connection, that ray of light that is always holding us, feeding us, and that we actually are. And we feel it now all the way back, and we deeply breathe out. And we feel that ray of light coming back through our root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, all the way to the heart. And here we feel how it's like a waterfall cleansing our beautiful heart, cleansing, purifying. Wonderful. And we feel that purification happening through each and every cell of our body. Wonderful. We feel that royal field that we really are. And that abundance that comes from giving and getting and receiving back, and giving and receiving back, and giving and expanding, expanding, expanding. We expand our beautiful heart all the way, and the love that goes with it all the way. We expand it further. Oh, further than our bodies. We expand it even more. And we let that love grow and grow. Grow and grow outside our house that we're living right now, the building outside of the city. We grow. Let that love flow and overflow the entire planet. We feel how it outgrows the country we are living in. We feel how it outgrows the continent we're living in. And now how we are encompassing the entire planet. Feel how you are that planet. How you are one with every single being. Yes, and now let that love even grow all the way through the entire solar system. And let it even grow even further, all the way through the entire cosmos, all the galaxies. Just infinite love. Infinite love. That's what you are. That's what we all are. Feeling of unconditional love, no matter what. Everything is divine. You are coming from that source, and that source makes no mistake. You're perfect and complete, exactly the way you are, and so divinely beautiful. If we could all see each other the way the divine sees us, oh my God. We are so filled with light and beautiful. All of you beautiful souls just came to feel exactly that feeling of love and abundance and expansion. Let it expand even beyond anything you can ever imagine. Wonderful. Welcome home. In that expansion, you come. Let's give that love to everyone who needs it, everyone who has been in, we all think of everyone who's been in Maui or in the hurricanes or in the wildfires, and everybody who needs it right now on this beautiful planet. Let's give our love and compassion and gratitude for the life that we have to all of these beautiful beings who need it most. And let's also be there for ourselves, feeling that love inside of us is so regenerating and nourishing. And now let's just feel that gratitude that we have. What are we grateful for today? That gratitude for life itself. That gratitude that feeds each and every cell of us. Let's feel that gratitude for God, that gratitude for all being together here tonight, reunited in that beautiful, beautiful divine container, held by Mother and Father Divinely, who are always with us. The grace is always with us, always. The divine is always working through us. It's just for us to cooperate with the divine. And right now, this is the most wonderful unification and cooperation. Yes. It's so good. I can feel each and every soul. This is so beautiful. Can you feel that joy that comes out of your love and your gratitude? That joy, that's really who you are, who we are. Let's expand that joy. Let's expand that light. Because we all came not only to feel who we truly are, we came to expand who we truly are. Oh, this is so beautiful. Feel the vision that you have for this beautiful planet. Feel what it feels like. And that joy to be on this planet united with every single being in that joy. And that profound, profound wisdom, truth, and love that brings all of us back home to bliss, to joy. Being here in these most moving stories, these most beautiful, incredible times, you came for exactly this, for exactly what's about to begin. For those tremendous changes into consciousness, to love, compassion, back into selflessness. Patience, truth, divine alignment, divine. Feel all of your crown chakras wide open and expanding. Receive, beautiful children of God. Receive, receive, receive. You're worth every single light, every single macro universe that is within you. You're worth everything, particle of love and life that you are. You are so marvelous, so marvelous. You're so beautiful beyond you.
Thank Thank you so much, Deborah, for this beautiful, beautiful meditation and all that you do to bring the meditation every night to our Global Peace Tribe and Twin Ray communities that are merging together. And a reminder again, everyone, every evening at 6:30 p.m., there's a different Twin Ray meditator leading this. And these are two beautiful communities coming together. And for more information, those of you who are watching on all the Facebook channels, you can go to globalpeacetribe.com or jot down the meeting room. It's all free. This is a free service brought to you by the Twin Ray community. Thank you so much, Deborah. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
More than welcome. Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. Thank you. You created that, all of you.
And I'm going to bring our co-host Tangela on here.
Thank you, Deborah. That was so beautiful. Thank you for leading us in that, amazing experience and feeling everyone's energy, co-creating that together. Very powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. And what a perfect way to weave right into the wonderful Peter Sterling. Tell us about Peter.
Yes, of course. Peter Sterling. No introduction. Is there a little bit of an echo?
There is.
It's all right. I got it.
You got it? Okay, perfect. So Peter needs no introduction. He is one of the world's premier harpists in the genre of New Age and contemporary instrumental music. During his 28 career with the harp, he's had several #1 records on the international radio charts, and he has composed 16 albums, and winning and nominated for many, many awards. He most recently won the Hollywood Music and Media Award in 2021 for New Age Album of the Year. And he has, he's also an incredible visual artist. He works with stained glass and paintings he calls portals of light, and also is a powerful healer and guide himself, and actually takes people on the land here in Sedona and does incredible healings with the harp. So, Peter, you are such an incredible musician, artist, healer, and we're just really blessed to have you here with us today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. And I was just, the theme of bringing heaven to earth. And I first wanted to say I wanted to thank you and Scott for the wonderful container that you create here for us to come together and to unify in this power of love and in our own divinity within, to come to unify in the love and the light. And I can feel it here. I have to say, when I come with this group, I can definitely feel this wonderful love vibration. So you guys, just really quite amazing. And I'm so blissed out right now after that meditation. But I will play. I'm in my home in Sedona. You can see the glass windows looking out. We have a tremendous monsoon rainstorm happening right now. It's coming down behind me as I play. What a beautiful cleansing here, rain in the desert. And I also have my tropical shirt on today because I was doing this in honor of Jimmy Buffett, who passed over today, for those who maybe you didn't know, but our good friend and musical merrymaker who just brought so much joy to the planet with his music, for decades. He made his ascension today. And I saw how many other musicians, I was looking on an article online of how many other extraordinary legends of music have crossed over and made their ascension this year. I don't believe I've ever seen a list of so many phenomenal legends have crossed over this year. And I was just sitting here, just imagining what the party is like up there in the green room with all of these incredible musical souls. There must be quite a musical celebration going on with them and all the celestial musicians. So I want to celebrate all of their lives and the joy that they brought to our world. But as for me personally, of course, playing the harp, and those of you who know my story, when I was given the harp 30 years ago, this is my 30th anniversary this year with the harp. My first album came out in 1993 here in Sedona, my first little cassette tape called Harp Magic. So this is the 30-year anniversary for my music, when I decided to devote my life to bring forth this music from the angels, really, because that's how it came to me. The vision I was given in the message that my job was to bring special music, what I call the heavenly harmonics, through the harp, through me as like a channel, working with the angels, with the angelics, to bring special music for this time, to bring it through to earth, to unite heaven and earth through music, through the heavenly harmonics. And at this time, it's like we're on the threshold of the dawning of the golden age right now. And so I will play to that now. And I guess I'm going to come back on another time in a little bit, so maybe I'll say a little bit more, but it's time to play. I feel the muses. They're like, come on, stop talking.
Oh, so beautiful, Peter.
Thank
And it's
you.
so wonderful to watch how different people listen. Like, some people are just like totally dropped in. I can't wait to find out from Lara what she's doing with her fingers. Um, and just watching everybody's different way of bringing in the beautiful vibration of your music. What a joy. You just bring such beauty and such joy to our awakening world, Peter.
Thank you. Thank you. So lovely to be here with you tonight. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we're gonna have another song from Peter in a little while. Um, and just a reminder that it's very easy to learn more about Peter by going to his website, which is harpmagic.com. Harpmagic.com. And that's where you can learn all about him, all about his newest album. And you can
Yeah.
download, you can stream. Anything, Peter, you want to make sure we point out to people here?
Oh, you're doing it right now. Come and hear my latest album, Mystic Voyager. Um, it's people are loving it. I've also got some really new, incredible videos that I'm making. I've been making some, working with some really talented video makers using AI generated imagery and fusing myself into the quantum realm of AI and bringing my fantasies and my visions and my dreams to life like I've never been able to do before. It's been extraordinary. My videos have been winning some awards around the world, so it's pretty cool. Come and check it out.
Peter, we just did a show on AI a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to do
Yeah.
a follow-up show, and we're going to have Sophia, the robot Sophia. I don't know if you've seen her.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
She's like the highest level of robotics,
She's
um,
show.
and she's going to be on the show.
Wow.
And I would love to make sure you're on that show too, so you can talk
I
about
would
how
love to be.
you're using AI with your
I,
music.
I use it in so many different ways. I love talking about it. I use it as an oracle. I use it with my clients. I use it in so many ways. I've been invited to speak at another online conference about. I use it as a culture creative, as a visionary. It's opened up my imagination. I can do things that I could never have done before or dreamed I could do. It's been so empowering to me as an artist, as a creative soul. And I'd love to share more about what I'm doing with it another time.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you about it and we'll definitely make that happen. It'd be great to have you on that show. And once you meet Sophia, she's amazing. She's really something. It's like, okay, robots are here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. We'll see you in a little while.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. That was absolutely beautiful. Amazing, as always. And his videos are really incredible too. All of the new videos with the AI, fantastic. Like all of the images, it's very ethereal and magical. So definitely
My
everyone should
newest,
check it out.
my newest video, I'm sorry, my newest video, I just launched it on the full moon the other night. It's called Cosmic Lover. You have to see this. It's all about finding the one, the cosmic lover that just sends us to the stars. And about sacred relationship. It's
Oh,
a
that's
beautiful
beautiful.
imagery. People are loving it. People are
Oh, well,
loving it. So,
Peter, I have a story with your music about that as well. Actually, Scott, I don't know if you know about this, but so Peter said his music is heavenly harmonics. And of course, we all completely agree. I mean, your music is just coming from the celestial realms, channeled. And so I'd gone to a party in Sedona with the Vibroacoustic Sound Lounge, and Tim put these headphones on me, and I closed my eyes, and immediately I was with Kuan Yin. And I was jumping with her like through the waterfalls. And then we go to this beautiful lake, and we're jumping from lily pad to lily pad. And I was having this just incredible experience with Kuan Yin. And I come out of this and I say to Tim, I said, Tim, that was amazing. What was this? What was the music? And he goes, oh, well, that was Peter Sterling's Kuan Yin's Garden. And then on top of that, so that was amazing. So I had this incredible experience with Kuan Yin. Then Charlie is my fiance. And so the first date we went on was to the waterfalls, Hedge Creek waterfalls in Mount Shasta. And the next that evening, I'd gone to see the Twin Ray in Ashland. I came back the next morning, and we were driving to a lake. And I was telling him, he said to me, he's like, I believe Kuan Yin brought us to that waterfall. And I said, that makes a lot of sense. And I told him, my friend Peter Sterling, he has this incredible song, Kuan Yin's Garden. I had this whole experience with Kuan Yin jumping from lily pad to lily pad. And I described it in detail to Charlie. And we approached this lake, and it was the exact same lake, Peter, with huge lily pads that I had been jumping with Kuan Yin. And so then we went into that lake, and it was such a magical experience. So again, Kuan Yin had brought us there as well. So,
It's
really
amazing how we're so connected through the quantum entanglement of our souls, in the unified field of divine love and oneness, and the magic that, just emerges and just reveals itself before us. What a blessing. What a miracle. Thank you for sharing that.
what a miracle. So thank you for opening that channel up for all of us.
And once again, what an example of heaven on earth coming through Peter's body, then through the music, and then it lifts all of us up into magical moments. Because isn't that what heaven on earth is those magical synchronistic moments. So
we're able to have those celestial experiences right here.
Yeah, that's what the angels told me about my music. And thanks for giving me so much time, but they said that the music has, the way they showed me to record it and channel through me on the harp, that it has those heavenly harmonics, it has the vibrations of divinity in it, and that people will recognize it. It'll remind them of home, at home in the oneness of God's love. And so many stories and testimonials. If you go to my website and see the letters and comments, people, when you just listen, even for a few minutes, it can change somebody's brainwave state and just vibration if you just open up to receive it, because there's a medicine in it, and if you need a healing, or if you need to be uplifted or elevated, so many people have been lifted out of depression and anxiety and PTSD and things like that with the music, just because it does shift the vibration. It's really powerful, quite extraordinary, the stories and the comments people tell me. So.
And again, you can find that if you go to Peter's website, which is heartmagic.com. And there they are. There are some of these amazing testimonials.
They are amazing stories. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Peter, for doing it right now for us. And we will see you in about 45 minutes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right. Well, thank goodness Melissa's next, because it's going to take somebody pretty powerful. And we know that Melissa rocks, but I'll let you do the introduction.
Exactly. Well, I'm very excited to introduce Melissa Fike. She is the founder of the Spiritual Expansion Academy, and she supports the journey of the spiritual adventurer to embody your spiritual connection, manifesting power, and divine purpose. Melissa Fike is a best-selling author and channel. She is an expert in the quantum Akashic records, and she guides people in raising their vibration, aligning to their authentic path. She uses metaphysical topics, ancient practices, the Akashic records, as well as galactic channeling to help you heal and transcend your past lower frequencies. And she's an amazing spiritual teacher, channel, guide, very connected to the multidimensional realms, living in the multidimensional realms mostly, right, Melissa? And really excited to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you. I can't believe that I am after Peter. And he's gone, so he walked away. But actually, I have a story about Peter as well. In 2004, I went to an event and he was playing there. And when I met him in Sedona, I was like, wait a minute, I have your albums that I've been playing since the early 2000s. So that was really cool. So I feel really blessed to I actually feel really blessed because I went after Deborah and then Peter. Like, can't get any more high vibe than that. So it's beautiful. Um, Let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing with Soul Search, because I do want to share the show that I'm going to be doing. It's called Spiritual Expansion and Ascension. Now, Spiritual Expansion Academy came to me many years ago. They said, make this like the name of what you're doing. and all the classes that I teach, because I teach ascension class, alchemy classes, Akashic records, training and certifications, a psychic development training that I have as well as other many things like code activations and things like that. But the show that I'm going to be doing is called Spiritual Expansion and Ascension. And just like when we were in that beautiful meditation with Deborah and how she like brought us into that expansive energy, what I was shown is when you expand your consciousness, you actually have more ability to anchor in more of all that you are. And that's part of the ascension. So in my show, I'll be talking a lot about embodying your fullest self, raising your vibration, and bringing forward your own divine essence and divine service. Because what I feel that's happening for all of us is that we are really here to embody divine service. So it's not just about us, but it's about the service of the whole, of the oneness of the universe. And we can't live from a place of separation as much anymore, let's say. I mean, we all understand that the duality is still out there and it's still something that we're experiencing on a day-to-day basis. But the more we expand into all that we are, we're actually becoming the frequency of divine service. And divine service is really about you bringing forward the energy of love, of, helping others without anything in return. Somebody was saying to me recently, "You've helped me so much." I'm like, "Oh," and she said, "Oh, reciprocity." And I was like, "What do you mean? There's no reciprocity needed, because when you serve without any expectations." And as a spiritual teacher, I also do a lot of free things purposely. I want to have, my podcast out there, my YouTube channel, my blog, anything that I put out there, there's pieces of it that are for consumption because it's service. And no matter what you're doing, even if there's a price behind it, somebody has to pay for something, there's still a service frequency behind it. And I think that's where we're headed as a community. And, being part of Scott's show and being part of Soul Search, I really feel that sense of divine service that's coming through. You can see it in their heart frequency. I can read energy. I see it in people's energy every time I'm doing one of these shows. It's like people are exuding this service energy. And that comes from such a high frequency energy. It can't come from the ego. It can only come from the heart. And when you live in your heart frequency, you're expanding into that spiritual awareness and you're becoming more of all that you are and divinely anchoring that in so that you can share it more, and it's kind of a reverberation out and then becoming into center and then reverberating outward. So I feel really blessed to be here and, you know, hanging out with Tangela. We were out at the festival all day today and we just had a blast. And we left right before the rain. So to come here, hit some traffic, but it was so much fun. So anyway, that is what I'm doing for Soul Search. I just also want to mention that I do have a best-selling book on Amazon called A Radical Approach to the Akashic Records, Raise Your Vibration, Master Your Life and Raise Your Vibration. Sorry, it's a long title. And really what that book is really about embodying that divine service and becoming all that you are. And I just am really in the very last stages of revamping my whole training that I'm doing. So I'll be launching that in the next couple weeks. So I'm super excited about that as well. So lots of going on. We need these people to really help us understand who we all are, because every time I listen to Peter's music or listen to Omashar or hear Deborah's beautiful meditation and listen to Scott and Tangela, I feel that in my heart, and I feel the sense of purpose and divine service.
Beautiful. What's an example, a tool maybe that you can provide, Melissa, of how you practice bringing heaven on earth into your body temple, using the body temple to experience that divine connection?
Yeah. Well, I always call it embodiment because when you embody something, it really becomes you. It becomes not just in your body itself, but it becomes your energy field. So, how I embody is really I'm a huge meditator. I meditate every day. It's part of my existence. Um, Also, some breath work. I love breath work as well. And then I also do light language. And that also has been coming through really powerfully. And you'd be surprised if when you hit the right frequencies of language and you're channeling, you start to embody those higher frequencies.
Beautiful. Um, and are there any other tips for when we're kind of lost, when we're in the minutia of the 3D world? Do you have any tips for how to kind of go back up to the bigger view?
Like, oh my gosh, I love you. I love that you asked that question. I think that's a beautiful question. Um, I really like to tell or suggest to people to really take the moment and go into their hearts and just ask themselves, is this really important right now? And am I really living from who I truly, truly am? And sometimes it's a yes, because sometimes it is like, I'm just going to be in my human moment. And there's nothing wrong with being in a human moment. It's just a moment. It's not the whole enchilada. It's just a tiny, tiny piece. So, but when you take a breath and you really breathe into your body, and that's that embodiment it's really about. If you breathe in your gut and you're just like, and then you bring your full awareness into your heart, you can really recenter. And I really, through my channelings and clairvoyant vision, what I really see is that the heart is the key to you, to truly who you are. And, I love the higher chakras. The lower chakras are so important because if you really open up and embody more of your energy, your lower chakras actually become a higher frequency, which is beautiful. And, but when you live more in the heart centered energy, you're less triggered by things. As a matter of fact, just a couple days ago, someone who was in my life for a very, very long time texted me. And the moment I was triggered and I was like, wait a minute, what's really happening here? And I was like, oh, he's bringing up some of my old self. Thank you for showing me my old self. And I went to my heart and I just said, how can I find love and compassion in this moment? And how can I recenter and be me without needing to buy into that old paradigm that he was trying to drag me into? And it's a practice, right? Like, and then I have my human moment, and that's okay too, right? But it's always a practice in the heart.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being honest, because let's face it, there are particular people in our life that trigger us, and usually it's family members or beloveds from the past or present. And that's, where we need these tools. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to let people know there are a couple of places I want to direct people to for Melissa. And let's start by going to her website, which is her name. And it is spelled Melissa Feick, Melissa Feick. And you are supporting the journey of the spiritual adventurer. And this is, of course, your Soul Search website. Again, everybody was seeing tonight. You can find on Soul Search. Tell us about the Spiritual Expansion Academy. Is this part of what you're going to be doing for Soul Search TV?
Yeah, believe it or not, Scott, live and breathe spirituality. I have most of my life. I don't know who else to be. And I love teaching. It's just a passion of mine, sharing. And so yeah, and I started teaching classes as soon as I started my spiritual path. I was on it for a few years, and then here I am doing spiritual classes. And then all of a sudden I'm in Sedona bringing a retreat to Sedona, and I had never been there. Like I'd never been there. I was like, I'm going to take 9 people to Sedona and do a retreat just on a whim. So I love sharing the frequency of, spiritual expansion and love. So, and I call it the adventure, like the spiritual adventure, because I feel like that's what sings to my soul. And, those are the people who want to travel interdimensionally. Those are the people who want to really like discover new energy systems or new, you know, frequencies through music, through art, through AI. Love AI too. So all of that embodies the energy of the new age. And that's really what we're here to experience.
Beautiful. Um, Now, one last thing, as people, like, what are some of the things that you want to make sure people know? Now I'm on your website, melissafike.com. What do you want to make sure that people know? Of course, first of all, everybody always give your name and your email address so that we can, and I'm doing that right now. I've done this a few times, so I get multiple emails from all my friends.
I'm
Like,
going to go in and clean that up for you, Scott.
not a problem. So I know that you provide beautiful meditations. And so what else do you want to make sure that we direct people to on your website?
Um, my book. That book is, you know, like my love that was channeled, and that book really still after all these years, I get emails all the time from people who are like, I read your book and it is fantastic. And I can't take credit, but thank you, Spirit. It was just a really powerful book. And a lot of people like it because it's pretty down to earth. That's kind of my personality. I'm a very grounded person and I live galactically. Like I live multidimensionally, but I'm very grounded. You know why? Because I've worked on lower chakras, so I can embody that energy.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I
my
feel
book, yeah.
inspired. I feel inspired to share something with you. I'm bringing our beloved Tangela up. You just said, as you were talking about your book, you said, it wasn't me, or you said something like that. I interviewed Richard Bach many, many years ago. And he, of course, is one of my favorite authors. He wrote Illusions and Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And in my interview, he shared an interesting story. His first book was Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And his reality, he was this kind of pilot guy he was a pilot and didn't have much money. And a seagull came and told him the story. And he wrote it down and it became a best-selling book. It became a movie and all this money came in. And he didn't feel like he deserved the money because it wasn't his, he just channeled the book, right? From a seagull, for heaven's sakes. So he goes to see Jane Roberts, who at the time she wrote the Seth books and was really one of the great matriarchs of the whole channeling movement. And her guide, Seth, said to deny your role in bringing this through is not doing anybody any favors, because it took your trust in listening to a seagull. It took your unique, your own vehicle, your own body to put it into words, to send it to a publisher. This never would have happened without you. Enjoy the money. Enjoy.
Yeah, believe me, I put a lot of work into that book. That goes without saying. But when you channel something, it's almost like it is part of you because it always comes through your own higher consciousness. Um, as well as recognizing that it's not the human who is the person. It's more than that. And that's when I say that, I look at that more of don't take that and make it into your identity and then hold on to it and attach to it. Because I find attachment isn't always my friend.
Isn't that the great balance? Learning how to receive but not get attached. It's a dance that many of us are enjoying together at this time.
Oh, yes.
Melissa, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks,
You,
Tangela.
Melissa. Great to be here with you after our festival experience earlier today. So Melissa and I were at the festival and then made it here for the Awakening Worlds. We've got a full day together. Scott.
And just missed the monsoon. And did you see the lightning that was going on behind Peter as he was playing?
Exactly.
Beautiful.
So
That was
Scott,
fun.
you had planned the timing of the show perfectly because it had us leave right as the monsoon started pouring down. And I was like, wow, divine timing as always. So, but Melissa's an amazing clairvoyant and master channel and reader and guide. And, we've done tons of work together. So she's also such a great friend. So always so happy to be here with you and excited for your show and everything that you're going to be unfolding from the multidimensional realms for all of us.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much for that opportunity, Tangela and Scott.
I'm having I'm feeling homesick for Sedona right now because I've been with you guys a lot. And, so I'm picturing my time with you in person. I'm picturing the monsoons. It's like, oh, I'm missing Sedona right now.
Well, you'll be
This
back.
is you.
I'll be back. I'm coming back in a couple of weeks, in fact. So
Great. So we'll see you soon in person, Scott. Definitely.
Well, I'm eager for you to introduce Lara, and then I'm really eager to hear about her experience because it's so fascinating watching you during the songs. So you got to tell us what that's all about because it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, so it's my pleasure to introduce Laura, who does Light Codes by Laura, and she has always had a strong connection with spirits ever since she was a child, conversing with her guides and seeing energies. And she has now, through her connection to the galactic realms, introduced light codes, which were introduced to her by spirit following an intense dream in 2016. Since that night, she's been able to channel and translate multiple dialects of light codes and light language, making her an incredible leader on this topic. And I actually own her light codes deck and her book, and I use it, and it's very powerful. And I love what your show is going to be about as well, and how you actually explain, frequency, energy, light language, and light codes, and what they all are and what they mean, and how we can all use them, in our own day-to-day lives for our expansion. So it's really exciting work that you're doing, Laura. Always love to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. And my goodness, it has just been one heck of an evening. There's all these beautiful people, and the energies and the wisdoms that are coming through are just fantastic. I'm buzzing over here. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I'm really excited to be putting this show together on Soul Search that we're calling Ascension Codes. And the reason why we've titled it this way is because we're trying to show people how we can bridge the gap between light language and light codes and our day-to-day life, just as you were sort of explaining there. Because light language is truly a mystery to so many people. I mean, it's like these squiggly lines or this gibberish sounding language, and with clicks and ticks and all kinds of funny noises. And of course, it can be signed, as Scott, you pointed out. I was signing the light language with the music tonight. So we're showing how we can bridge the gap between what is this mysterious thing and how it can really elevate our lives, because everything is truly frequency. And because we're in this potent time,
this massive awakening that we're all feeling. Those of us who are on this call are feeling this. And it's all about anchoring in the energy, as what has been mentioned tonight, of course, anchoring that energy, getting us really, really grounded so that we can be that powerhouse, bringing energy in, expanding it out, bringing energy in and expanding it out. Because when we do that, we get flexible in our field, then that's what's going to make us even more powerful. We're going to be shining brighter, and our consciousness is going to be elevated because our frequency has this greater range. So that's what raising our vibration is not only not just staying high, but having the flexibility to move with the energies that we come across in life. And yeah, we are human, and we are going to bump up against weird energies and difficult energies and challenges, and that's all okay. That's part of the human experience. It's part of the soul's journey and learning, and that has to be embraced as well, not something to be shunned or thought of as bad, but actually embraced with gratitude. And maybe not gratitude in the moment of feeling the challenge, but that's what part of the process is, to get to the point where we can say, okay, wait, stop, just as Melissa was saying when she got that text message, and let's reflect on this. That's showing mastery. That's showing how we're able to expand and contract and expand and contract and become stronger in who we are, anchoring that deep into ourselves.
Beautiful. And you've got a video about, can we show it?
Sure.
Great video. Beautiful. All right, so let's focus on embracing our multidimensionality, because for some people, they can be very confusing tuning into the multidimensional self. So when someone comes to you and you help them embrace their multidimensional self, what does it actually look like? Maybe you can even share an example of someone you've worked with.
So when we're talking about embracing our multidimensionality, this is that expansion and contraction that I was just kind of mentioning. So it doesn't have to be made super complicated. I believe that there's an infinite amount of realms, and I mean, we don't really know how many dimensions and realities and different vibrations. Like in my world, this is an infinite concept. So this is how we can get multidimensional. So our consciousness can be residing in a whole bunch of places, in a whole bunch of frequencies all at the same time. And when we're looking to connect to those points, it's literally like we have these touch points or these contact points to different expressions of ourselves. Usually that's going to be outside of our day-to-day life. We're talking about a very kind of more spiritual experience, but the point is that we make those contact points, like what we were doing in that meditation where we got nice and expanded. That's an opportunity there if we're aware of that expanded state, and then we bring it back home. We bring it back to our body. So we haven't left our body. We've simply expanded ourselves to make those touch points. I like to call them touch points. So that's would be how we would work with somebody, is taking them into, say, the meditation that I use is fractal line healing. This was something that was gifted to me by Spirit. It's a multi-level meditation where we literally go into a grid system that's absolutely spectacular upon entering, where our chakras are aligned, our etheric matrix is aligned to our physical body, and we can work with guides, and we can heal ourselves and others. And there's like a whole amazing array of potential in this space. Literally only the only issue is what can we come up with? Like, we're literally just limiting ourselves by what we can conceive as possible. Other than it has to be aligned to love. That's the one caveat. if you try to act outside of love, then the energy dispels. So we're kind of protected against our own ignorance, because a lot of times we can mistakenly think we want to create something that might actually not be in the highest and greatest good for all involved, right? So we have some protection there. So that's level 1. And then we can go into level 2, which is like a platform area which borders the void. And this is like the manifestation platform. And that's an entirely different space. It's an entirely different frequency. And then level 3 is another space entirely, and level 4 is another space, and level 5 is another space. And each time we're going deeper into the meditation, each level is a deeper experience and a deeper energy. Like, it's literally like the energy is more tangible somehow. So when we often don't actually know how deep into the meditation we've gone until we start coming out, and it's almost like a diver that's resurfacing. We have to pause at each level to recalibrate before we can move up again to the next level, recalibrate, and then, okay, let's bring our awareness back into the room that we're sitting in. So this is a really good meditation and practice for connecting to different levels of our consciousness, because also spirit, our guides, ascended masters, can take us to places. If we are saying that we want to have a different sort of experience, we want to grow in our consciousness and awareness, like, tell me, show me what's out there. They can say, okay, you're ready to come see this, come with me. And they take your hand and they take you there. So I've had this experience, clients have had this experience, and it's really, really fun. It's actually like a total blast.
Oh, beautiful. I'm going to read a few comments that relate to what was happening here. First off, Dia Teresa writes, Laura, you speak directly to my heart and my mind in such a down-to-earth, pun intended fashion. Thank you. And Sylvia is holding up a touchstone. You're talking about a touchstone. So there's a touchstone that Sylvia has made that she's been holding up for us. And so thank you for that, Sylvia. And a few people commenting about the Richard Bach. Also, our friend Diara, referencing a little bit earlier when she saw you doing the sine waves with your hands. She says, I saw the sine waves, Laura, as you were describing the signing of the light codes. So what is that, the signing of the light codes that we've been watching you do?
So in this particular case, because there was music playing, what I was doing was tuning into the channel of that music and then signing it as light language. So instead of it coming out as the music that the beautiful musicians were bringing through, I was bringing it through alongside as light language signing. There's other times when we can sign light language and it would be bringing through the codes as like a healing, or it could come through as like tweaking energy, I'd say. Like, so you can offer like, well, I guess that would be more in line with the healing. So yeah, like when we're signing light language as a healing, what we're doing is we're tuning into what needs to be adjusted. So that's entirely different from like what I was doing earlier with the musicians' music, because that's like this beautiful stream that I'm just tuning into. And then you can also sign it for bringing forward information. So some people will be speaking light language and signing at the same time, and it's a way to bring the information in. Beautiful, thank you.
Well, we're going to go to your website, and it's Light Codes by Laura, and she spells that L-A-A-R-A. So the website is Light Codes by Laura, LAARA.com. And let's do it. Let's align, let's awaken, and let's ascend. and you can learn all about the wonderful things that she's offering. Now, you call yourself the Tigress of the Light, and I'm going to bring Tangela on for this as well. What is that all about?
Tigress of the Light is my sort of higher aspect that I connect into when I channel a lot of the time. So, some people might say, okay, it's like the higher self. For me, it's inclusive of the higher self, is not even limited to the higher self. I see it as well, I should preface. So how I see us coming in like to human life is the soul has decided, okay, I want to have a conscious life here on this planet. So it focuses energy and brings it down. And so you have this column that comes in, and that's your conscious connection to this planet. So within that, there's levels of consciousness, including, the lower self and the ego, and the heart and the mind and the higher self. And there's all these different levels of consciousness. So I see that whole kind of stream from the soul to this lower aspect as the Tigress of the Light. That's what I was told to call it. And that when I say I'm Lara, the Tigress of the Light, I'm invoking that consciousness stream to be really pure and clean and bring forward the best possible frequencies.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and the codes that you bring through are super powerful. And I don't know if you want to show anyone one of the codes as an example, but there really is a lot of depth and power and resonance to each of the codes. And the way that I just actually watched, I had a sneak preview of Lara's first episode from her Soul Search TV show, and you beautifully explained, what is the power of the light code. I think maybe just being able to show everyone. Yes, exactly.
This is one of the oracle cards. This is Gamma. I like Gamma because, there we go. Gamma's like a happy little guy, dissolving barriers and, just being able to move forward really is what Gamma's about, with sort of a light heart. Yeah. But I also have a new book coming out towards the end of September that I'm ridiculously excited about. It's not on pre-order just yet. We're probably a week away from that. But it's the Little Book of Light Codes Volume 2. And so it's a continuation of the very first book that I had, which is Little Book of Light Codes. And so it's going to be released on September 22nd, so the equinox. And it's Little Book of Light Codes Volume 2, Ascension Codes.
Wonderful. And definitely look out for that. Volume 1 was very powerful. Doug is commenting that he says, I find the signing of the music to be hypnotic, almost like I could learn the language by watching and listening. And that's exactly it. The way, whether it's through the light codes in the book in written form or the signing that you're doing, there's a frequency and resonance that's, being transferred there. That's very powerful.
So Lara, it just so happens we have about once every 6 or 8 weeks, we do a show called Authors That We Love. And our next Authors That We Love show is on Wednesday night, September 20th. Would you like to be on that show and preview your new book?
I would love that. I'll even have a copy by then.
All right, great. I'll send you the details, and you are now one of our authors that we love, and people can come back and see you, and we'll learn all about the first Light Codes book and the new one on Wednesday night, September 20th.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's funny, I was just booking that show today and I had one slot left. I thought, okay, well, somebody will pop in. Here we are. Great.
Amazing.
Thank you, Lara.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lara. That's great. Exciting.
Yeah. Well, you've got another amazing soul searcher, and this one, I'm excited. She's so cool. Tell us about.
I'm so excited to welcome Ashita Bama back to the show. Ashita is a psychic and clairvoyant healer who can read everything from your aura, past lives, relationships, spirit guides, next steps in life, soul contracts. and even channel your loved ones who've passed. She was born a gifted clairvoyant and has taught others tools to connect deeply with their intuition and heal their lives in the process. She actually just hosted an amazing retreat in Greece doing that. And her upcoming Soul Search TV show is also about connecting to your intuition and intuitive development. Ashita has helped thousands of people through her readings, classes, private coaching, and lectures. And you could also see her at a lot of our psychic and healing fairs in California. She's always giving a packed talk on topics such as manifestation and past life healing that are always really popular. So Ashita, we're excited to have you back in the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited about this topic, and hello to everyone. This topic really feels like it aligns to my work and my life. This is what I believe in. I have always felt like coming into the body is the way to be able to get in touch with your intuition. So the soul feels peace, is in peace when it finds belonging. And the soul finds belonging when it remembers who it is, what it is. And when we remember who we are as a soul, we remember we're these pieces of the universe that have come from this collective consciousness from source and have decided that we want to express and evolve through a body in order to continue our enlightenment journey. And when we remember that we are essentially souls or spirits in the body, we allow ourselves to give ourselves more permission to be able to heal in the body, but also be in the body and be present and hear our intuition in the way it's supposed to be heard. So I love this topic so much. I think it's quite powerful, actually, that we're talking about this because, like Scott had mentioned earlier on, there's a lot of people who think they can only be in touch with source when they take a psychedelic journey or some sort of drugs, or sometimes even drink alcohol. And truly, when we're in the body, it's a process to heal ourselves, to actually be in the body enough to hear our intuition in the most direct way. So for me, what I do when working with clients is getting them back to being in their body and feeling really present. And sometimes it's really painful to even come back into the body. It's interesting because sometimes I'll lead a meditation and sometimes people will say, oh, I just kind of drifted off and I fell asleep. And usually when that happens, it's a sign that we have unconscious wounds or pain that we're sitting in. And I'm a clairvoyant, so I see a lot of energy. And when I see white around somebody, that's an indication that that's very high vibrational and also potentially an out of body situation. So they're usually moving this unconscious energy. And those are the people who are usually, I'll see the white around. And it's interesting because oftentimes I'll tell my clients, go get a massage as you're doing this work, because sometimes when we're working all these deep energies from lifetimes ago, we sometimes are pushing them out from our aura. And so we have a lot of layers of our aura. And so the energies will start to push out, but they'll go through layer after layer after layer. And sometimes they'll end up in our shoulder. Sometimes they'll end up in our head. And when you're on the massage table and someone is massaging you and they are just massaging your shoulder, you might burst out crying because you're actually moving that energy that you actually moved and healed when you came into the body. So we've come here after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to truly master hearing our intuition by being in the body. And actually, you manifest better. Everything kind of just you become a target for the universe when you come into the body, because instead of being all scattered, and that's literally, if you've ever heard the phrase, pull yourself together. English, I find, is a very psychic language. And so we speak in pictures. It's very interesting. And the language of the soul is pictures, and the language of the body is emotions. And so when we are able to interpret those together, we're able to hear our intuition better. So when we're kind of scattered, we literally have our aura everywhere. And so sometimes I can see this as a clairvoyant, like people's auras may look like this, people's auras may look like this. They might vibrate differently. Sometimes they have a sound to them, depending on how they're holding their energy. And so I teach tools and techniques to bring you into the body, specifically working with the first 3 chakras to get you here, because those are the denser energies. And when you heal that, you can come deeply into the body, and then we work our way through other parts as well. But also there's a technique to bring back your energy from this and any other lifetime. And when you do that, you start to bring your aura here. And when you manifest something, you're a target. Every part of you is here. So when you're waiting for that manifestation, you're telling the universe, I'm ready for it. It can come straight to you because your energy is not everywhere. So it's really exciting to be able to teach people this technique, because I think people also notice sometimes that they don't necessarily know that they've left their energy in a lot of different places as well. Actually, when I do this, I don't drink any caffeine, but I used to. And so after using these tools or doing something like a big hike or going to the gym, I find that my energy levels have increased without anything outside of using energy. So I think being able to learn how to come into the body is really quite powerful. And what I'm really excited about is that in my TV show for Soul Search TV, I will be teaching these techniques to get into the body. And the TV show is really about being really practical and simplifying your ability to get in tune with your intuition, because a lot of the times we think it's this big mystical thing where we have to do it at the right time according to the moon, and we have to be able to be sitting down with a notebook and doing all this other stuff, and it can get complicated. But when we really break it down and get really simple, because at the end of the day, we're souls. That's who we are. We cannot have this be complicated. It gets to be simple. It gets to be fun. It gets to be easy, and it gets to create a life that's easy for you, that is easy. So that's why I really wanted to bring back the simplicity in things, because I think a lot of people think that they are not connecting to their intuition, or they're doubting it, and they feel like maybe a part of themselves isn't in their body enough or hasn't mastered it to be able to do it. And the truth is, we can all do it. So I'm really excited about that part of Soul Search TV, and it's called Your Divine Intuition. So everyone is divinely intuitive. That's a gift we all have. And when we come into the body, it is loud and clear, and also inevitably hard to ignore. So, and also I'm really excited because this month I have 2 workshops. I always offer workshops every single month to people who would like to join and be a part of the community. And this month I have an intro to mediumship workshop, but to be able to help you come into the body and not be afraid of what the higher level energies might be. So angels, ascended masters, people have passed, we're going to see it all in an hour and a half. And you're going to get all the tools and techniques to be able to do that. But also something I'm super excited about is my workshop, Dating from a Spiritual Perspective. And that's a dating workshop. So sometimes when we're out in the world and we're trying to find that partner, it's really difficult to hear what it is that we want, especially because we have all this programming from our family, especially because there's expectations from friends, and there's this idea of what a perfect partner looks like. When we go deeply within, we get to let all that noise be canceled out. And then we decide and know what it is we really want. So we'll actually be, using the tools like a dating app and learn how to tap into your tools and be able to do or swipe the right people based on who you're feeling connected to intuitively. And we'll talk about in-person situations. It's going to go on a deep and vast scale. And it's going to be for any age, any background, any beginner, any advanced person. It's perfect for someone who is looking for a partner, or looking to get back into the dating scene. So there's a lot of great stuff that's happening this month. And then also Soul Search TV will come out soon in November. So lots of ways to connect into your body.
Beautiful. Your enthusiasm is so infectious. I mean, really, it's just beautiful. Now, tell us a little bit more about the dating thing, because I do know that we have people here that are single. And you work with people of all ages. And how do you help people, maybe get past, a lot of people that are single because they don't believe that they can still find healthy love. Maybe they're hurting. Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Well, that's that idea of coming back into the body. When we are sitting in pain, it's hard for us to want to come back into the body, because the process of coming back into the body means we have to face the pain, or those old pictures, those energetic pictures that tell us that maybe we're not good enough, or we can't find that person, or it's too late for us, or anything like that. And so what we do is we take literally tools and techniques, intuitive tools and techniques, to work with energy directly to be able to see that picture, to learn how to get neutral to it, not apathetic to it or ambivalent to it, but neutral to it, because neutrality is deep acceptance. It's unconditional love. It's radical love. And so when we're in neutrality with our energetic pictures that have come up, we can start to release it. And so one of the main things that we do that I feel like sometimes people miss out on when they try to approach spiritual work is, and I keep it really, really simple, but some stuff is very, very powerful. We learn how to energetically ground. We don't go outside and put our feet on the ground. We energetically ground. So that means you can energetically ground wherever you are, whenever you want to. And that is one of the self-healing tools that will help release all those pictures about the pain or the unworthiness or the unhappiness or the grief that you might be going through. And when you do that, all the noise clears. And then it's easier to look at who you are, the spirit, look at who you are, the universe, and remember that you're vast and that you're powerful. Because sometimes, especially in dating, we've forgotten how powerful we are and how magnetic we can be to the people in our lives that are truly part of our tribe. So it's when you shed everything and when we use the tools that we're able to do that sort of work.
Wow.
I'm really excited for it. So I hope.
I always love you and your talks that you give at the psychic fairs and your work, just because it's so grounding and so practical. And also, that you're really supporting people in realizing and remembering that all of these capabilities and gifts are all of our divine gifts. It's not just you who is this powerful clairvoyant. Actually, it's everyone here. And so that's part of what we're all creating together, is this opportunity for all of us to realize that and understand that. And I'm excited about your show because you're going to be bringing this out to so many people.
Oh, I'm so excited. And everyone's shows and topics so far make me so excited. I'm getting giddy. I'm really excited to sit down and binge watch all the shows with my puppy.
Well, and you already have a client. George Noble has said that he's going to hire you to help him with his dating. So,
oh, great.
Amazing.
Amazing. I can't wait to work with you, George.
He's a sweetheart. He's one of our favorite people. So, and here's another one of our favorite people. My dog, Jasmine Bear, just jumped up.
Aww.
Okay. Oh, I should put myself on camera. Here's George waving. So you can say hi to George.
Hi, George. Excited to work with you.
And here is Jasmine Bear. Do I
Hi,
get another kiss?
Jasmine
Okay, I
Bear.
get another kiss. There
Aw.
you go. So, Ashita, I'm going to go to your website, and it is readingsbyashita.com. And of course, she provides clairvoyant, and she also provides the dating support. She's got a Calendly. And again, if you take a look in the chat box, you'll see where I've put all the ways that you can reach out to her. And is there a particular demographic group that you really enjoy working with, Ashita?
You know, it's interesting because I started out just working with females, but it's kind of grown. I work with people from all ages, all backgrounds. I have clients all over the world. So Australia, the UK, Canada, all over. And so it's just really fun when we come together and do things like reading nights and learn how to tap into our intuition. And it's fun because we start to create a community, and then you start to have people who speak the same language as you. And I learned that some people decide, who I've worked with one-on-one, decide to go read each other and support each other. And that's when you see the magic that happens. And it's really sweet because, you know, someone from the UK who would never have met somebody in Los Angeles met somebody who gets to actively help them and be someone that they can turn to. So truly, no demographic is off the table. No age, no background, nothing like that.
Wow, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being with us. You bring so
Ashita.
much joy.
Thank you
And
so much for
Tangela,
having me on.
Tangela,
Well,
anything else you want to share about Ashita and Soul Search TV?
Well, she's going to just, stay tuned for her show on intuitive development and, connecting with your abilities. And I see in the chat, they're asking, how do you do the meeting part? Is it via Zoom? And I think it is, right?
Yes, we have reading nights every month, and then people read each other.
Wonderful. So yeah, you can connect with Ashita and her whole community there on Zoom. So stay tuned for more of Ashita. We're excited to see you. And then now, of course, I'm excited to bring Peter Sterling back on for our next musical interlude here, our musical performance. So Peter, we will let you take it away.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I've just been lounging right here in my chair, listening to everybody, and everybody's so bright and shiny tonight. It's been great. I loved Ashita. That was wonderful. I love what everybody's bringing. I love what Laura was doing with the light language. I was going to say that my my new album, Mystic Voyager, the first song, it's called Invocation, and it opens with our friend Nina Starsong here in Sedona doing this beautiful light language with her voice to open the whole album. So it's pretty cool. And I also do some light codes myself. I just thought I'd show you because those of you who know me, I'm also a visual artist.
Yeah, Peter, you do beautiful work. So
these are my portals of light, and they have crystals and gems inlaid. You can see.
Wow.
very powerful. If any of you are in Sedona, you should. I mean, Peter has them in galleries in Sedona as well, but if you go to his home, you can see the incredible portals of light that he created.
You can
Beautiful.
see I'm in my home gallery space here now, and maybe if I turn it like that, you can see there's the art there, yeah, on the wall. So, okay. I have one more I thought I'd show you before I play. Another one.
Beautiful. And these are all channeled to you as well.
These were something that came through in 2012 when I came back to Sedona. I was given a series of visions by the angelic beings that I work with, and I'm a glass artist, and you may have seen some of my stained glass hanging behind me here, and I do sacred geometry with stained glass and inlay crystals and gemstones into the template of the glass, and I've been doing that my whole life. It was just something that I came in with. Like even as a little kid in elementary school, I was always doodling like geometric mandalas, and then as I got older, I I became an apprentice of a stained glass master who showed me how to do Tiffany stained glass, and I started creating my geometrical patterns out of glass as a teenager. And I've been doing it pretty much my whole life. But in 2012, my angels showed me a way to photograph my glass with a special kaleidoscopic effect. And that's what basically creates these images I'm doing now, which I call portals of light. So they're like the visual component of the sound. So I'm kind of I'm working with the color and light and the geometries, and that was the first thing, and that kind of opened a portal where I went through, and that's when I heard the sound, the inner music. So it's kind of an alchemy of all my work together. And I do invite people to come to my home. If you come to Sedona, I have a tour company. I do sacred land journeys. It's called Sedona Sacred Land Journeys. And by the way, you can see all this on my website at harpmagic.com. So I work on the land. I take people out. I'm kind of an ambassador and usher. I usher people into the sacred space of the silence of the canyons, and that's where, I had such major awakenings and visions there, and that's where my music came, and I met the angels for the first time in the canyons here. So I take people there and facilitate an experience through the harp. I take a small harp on the land and I hold it up to the wind, and the wind plays the harp. It's called a wind harp, and it creates this angelic symphonic sound. It's very otherworldly. There's nothing else quite like it. And as far as I know, I'm one of the only people in the world that do this thing called the wind harp. Certainly the only person around here. But so yeah, it's an alchemy of everything together. So with that, I shall play a bit more for us before we're coming down to the end here. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Peter. And a reminder for everybody that all things Peter live at harpmagic.com. Harpmagic.com. Definitely get his new album, Mystic Voyager. You can get him on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, or you can download it right here off of his own website, harpmagic.com. And Peter, what a gift you are to our community. Just isn't it amazing all the people's stories who have had experiences listening to your music, romantic experiences, mystical experiences. It's really quite beautiful.
Well, we look forward to your return to Sedona, and we should all have a get together at my house while we're all here together this fall.
Absolutely. I'm planning on being there in a couple of weeks.
Okay, good.
This month.
Good.
Wonderful, Peter. And Peter, we had a lot of comments coming in saying that, Peter, I had chills when I saw the second piece you showed us, red and purple. Actually, even as I'm writing this message, I am literally still feeling the chills. So definitely people loved your artwork and could really feel the power and the energy.
This is the red star Kachina, I call this one. They're really something you have to see in person. So please come and visit. Reach out if you're coming to town and you'd like to come and see my home gallery.
Exactly. And Dia Therese says, I experienced a crystal liquid flow as you play. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Peter, from a sister mystical voyager. Namaste.
Awesome. Thank you, Dia. All right.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Peter. We loved having you, as always.
Everybody, what better thing to do on a rainy monsoon night in Sydney to be here with the Love Tribe of the Awakening World. Thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of what you're creating.
Absolutely. You're a big part of it, Peter. We love you very much. See you soon.
Love you, Peter. See you soon at your house.
We got to come to your house in Cottonwood. You've got a new house in Cottonwood.
Yes, exactly. You guys have to come here too, for sure. So, Scott,
well, we've still got some more show happening. We still have Barbara coming. And I want to let everybody know that Natalie from Switzerland is going to do our group KES healing. Now, for some of you who don't know, we've started, as we're doing more and more merging with the Twin Ray community, every Saturday night now, we have one of their master healers. They have the Christic energy system that they've learned through the Twin Ray, and the people at the highest level that have achieved level 3, we have different level 3 healers come in, Tangela, to do a group healing, and it's always very powerful. Last week we had DJ Twin Ray, Natalie, in fact, there she is. I'll bring her up for a moment. Here she is coming to us from Switzerland, where I think right now it's about 5:15 in the morning. So very early in the morning. And thank you, Natalie. We're really looking forward to your KES group healing tonight. And I also want to announce, Tangela, that because it's September, we are launching the next season of the Awakening World. And so now is the time to register. And for people that aren't registered yet, if you register now, you're going to get all the Zoom rooms to all the Awakening World shows for 4 months, not 3 months, but 4 months. And we do 2 or 3 shows every week. We have extra shows. We always do Wednesday night and Saturday night. But we do special events. Like just last Thursday night, we had a live stream of the Twin Ray doing a satsang with Gary Malkin. And it was amazing. It was a powerful, powerful evening. And so we've got a lot of extra live concerts coming. So go to globalpeacetribe.com and register. For those of you watching on Facebook, that's the way to do it. Go to globalpeacetribe.com and register for the new season. And I'll show you how to do that. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, click register for the new season. We haven't updated what it says, but you will automatically be registered for the next 4 months. It says July 1 to September 30, but actually it's going to be all the way through to December 31st, and we'll get that updated on Monday. And then for those of you, all of our Zoom roomers that are in the Zoom room with us right now, I'm going to put the new link into the chat box where you can register. And now is the time to do it. Come on in, register for the next 4 months. You're already set for the next few weeks, but go ahead and register now, and that way you're set for the rest of the season. And we've got some really, really great shows planned, plus a lot of extra concerts, because you know, Tangela, now I'm living in Ashland, and I'm booking all the events along with Deborah. We're booking the events at the Haven. And then the best of these events, we provide free of charge to our Global Peace Tribe audience. So it's pretty exciting.
Amazing. And what an awesome service you're giving for the world, you know, creating all these incredible events and musical events at the Haven, which is such a beautiful, beautiful space for everyone. For those of you who have not been to the Haven in Ashland, definitely recommend stopping by and just see this beautiful, beautiful space for healing and meditation and community and gathering that the Twin Ray community has created there. It's very special.
Yeah, and it's amazing. We've got things happening almost every night there. So anytime you come to Ashland, there's going to be a yoga class, a meditation, a KES healing, an Awakening World broadcasting from there. We've got a lot of really fun stuff happening and great artists. We've already had Kristen Hoffman, Gary Malkin, Chaya Lakshmi, and coming up, we've got Johanna Beekman, we've got Gina Sala. And when are you going to be back in Ashland?
I don't know. We'll see. I would love to come back sometime soon. I mean, luckily I was there for the satsang and Kristen Hoffman's concert, which was absolutely incredible. And we
you were
actually
with me the night that the Haven opened. Remember?
Yes, I was with you. And this is the funniest thing for anyone watching this show, because Scott invited me to co-host the opening of the Haven show with him from Ashland. So I went there. But then I was so mesmerized by all of the incredible bioceuticals and crystals and jewelry and incense that I started shopping, and he had to start hosting the show without me. And then he was about maybe half an hour into the show. And then I was speaking to someone, I was like, what's going on? When is the show starting? They were like, the show started with the Twin Ray like 30 minutes ago. And I had to run over with my big bag. So I was just so captivated by the energy there, and really was an amazing space. So yeah, I've been there with you a couple of times, and Charlie and I have gone there for satsang. So it's a really magical place in Ashland. So I hope to be there again soon, but I think you'll be back here in Sedona before I make my
I'll see you in Sedona
way
first.
out of Ashland.
It is really exciting being here in Ashland and booking all these live events. And I see somebody saying, was I going to retire? You know, it's crazy that I'm still doing the Awakening World, because I'm also creating a human resources department for the Twin Ray community and teaching compassionate communication to the Twin Ray community and doing my coaching clients. But I love this show and I love our audience. So, and I get to work with Tangela on a regular basis and other co-hosts that I love. So yes, I am committed to doing it through the end of the year.
Oh, wonderful.
But it helps if everybody registers. And, you know, same thing, if you register at a higher level at $75 or more, then you can bring in your friends. You can bring in 1 or 2 guests that you want to turn on to the Awakening World. And as Peter said, what better thing to be doing on Saturday night, especially as we're entering winter here in North America. It's going to be getting darker and colder. This is where we all come together as Global Peace Tribe family. So, and the Global Peace Tribe family and the Soul Search family and the Twin Ray family, we all come together. And Tangela, I would love for you to bring your partner on. Barbara, tell us a little bit about Barbara and what you all are doing together.
Yes, well, I'm happy to bring on Barbara. This is Barbara Tintori. She is one of my dear colleagues here at Soul Search. I mean, you guys get to see me, but actually, you know, there's a lot of people that make Soul Search run and work, and, you know, includes social media, marketing, technology, finance, like so many different parts of what we do. And I'm just so excited to introduce Barbara because she, you know, is an incredible Reiki master, intuitive channel, bliss expert, dating coach, actor, and producer. So woman of so many talents, and the universe brought us together, and she's really been working with me to one at our events, you know, as a lot of you guys who are at our psychic and healing fairs have met Barbara. She does an amazing job just, you know, welcoming everyone, introducing all of our speakers. And then also she's very integral part of, you know, making sure we're getting Soul Search TV off the ground and running very soon. And what's so amazing is that Barbara has been passionate and committed to creating conscious content for a long time in her life. And then the universe brought us together, and here we are. So welcome, Barbara.
No accidents, right? That this was the perfect example of no accidents. We literally fell into each other's laps, and I couldn't be more grateful. And then through Tangela, getting to know all of you, getting to feel a part of this beautiful, amazing family, I pinch myself every day, truly.
And so we're so excited. Barbara and I will both be at our Santa Cruz Scotts Valley Psychic and Healing Fair next Saturday, September 9th and 10th. So for those of you guys in the Santa Cruz, Scotts Valley, South Bay, Monterey, Carmel, Burlingame, like anywhere around the Bay Area, come on down and see us there. We're really excited. Even a Peruvian artist from Borderfest, he's going to be joining us there as well. So it's really exciting. And then the following weekend, we'll be in Orange County in Santa Ana, which will be a lot of fun. And then at the end of the month, we'll be September 30th and October 1st in Pasadena, Arcadia. So definitely. And Ashita, I hope you're going to join us in Pasadena. I don't know if she's still on the call, but usually she's there at all of our Southern California psychic fairs. And Kimberly Meredith was telling me she was hoping to get a ride with Ashita. So hopefully she can.
I'll take that, Kimberly.
She can do that. Oh, great. So you will try to make the Scotts Valley Fair. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you in person too. Wonderful. So, I mean, Barbara, creating conscious content, you know, you're a healer, you're a Reiki master, you're an actor, you're a producer, you know, I'd love for you to share with everyone, you know, what Soul Search TV means for you and what, you know, you feel like we're bringing to the world.
Yeah, what's so extraordinary when Tangela and I when we had our very first conversation, our two missions and our passions just aligned. And that's what it's really about. I mean, we talk about bridging heaven and earth, and it's really about alignment in this incarnation, in this body. And our missions were just very, very aligned. For me, creating conscious content, it's about bringing forth these heart-centered concepts in a way for anyone on the spectrum of the spiritual journey to embody. And I say creating conscious content disguised as sheer entertainment, because I have found, you know, for many years in my life, my acting side and my spiritual side were in two different worlds. And it wasn't until I realized that I could just make the choice to blend the two. That's when everything aligned for me. Because when you experience entertainment, and we all experienced that tonight with the incredible, blissful music we had, our vibration elevates. And when your vibration elevates in the body, you're able to align with the divine. You become truly the vessel for the divine. Your vibration elevates. You allow the messages in, you get out of your head and into your body. So when we are entertained and our vibration elevates, we are in that sweet spot to be able to integrate and embody these lessons, to remember who we truly are. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. This is not new to us, but we have that amnesia that comes with incarnating because we have lessons to learn for our soul. So our mission with this entertainment, or with this conscious content, is to entertain, but also enlighten, inspire, allow us to awaken to and remember who we truly are. And we really want to do that in a diverse way. We have shows that will be instructional, shows that will entertain, shows that will take us places, shows that will involve love and dating, shows that will involve food. That's something that I'm developing as well, how food raises the vibration, gathering in community raises the vibration, so we can open portals for spirit communication, which is also a part of my work. So I couldn't be more excited. And I want to thank everybody here tonight who so bravely offered their intros and clips of their shows so that we can all begin to elevate our own vibration in anticipation. I'm so excited to work with everyone and so excited to bring entertainment to everyone who tunes in. Really beyond blessed and grateful.
Thank you, Barbara. And yeah, we're just so excited. I mean, as you guys saw today, I mean, all of the shows that we have coming in, these are just a few of them. I think last show we met Asil and also Kalina and some of our other Soul Search TV stars as well. And it's just incredible, the level of wisdom, of insight, of information, also frequency that's really coming through each of these shows. And it's just going to be so powerful to see, what shifts are going to be occurring. And I'm really excited about all of the momentum we have. So all of you guys, stay tuned for 11/11. That's going to be our launch date. And of course, we'll be doing more promotion and sneak previews leading up to that date as well. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we always invite you guys. I'm so happy a lot of you all are coming to the Psychic Fair. I see Doug, you said you're going to try to make it. Ayada, George, I hope you make it as well. So yes, for all of you guys in the Bay Area, definitely come over. It's the Hilton, Santa Cruz, Scotts Valley. So we will be there. And again, Orange County, September 17th, September 30th, October 1st in Pasadena, and then actually October 28th and 29th in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we'll have, Melissa will be there. She's giving a talk. She'll be having a booth. So, we'll have, a lot of our different, AJ and Thomas were actually at our last one, and they had a packed room, standing room only, for their channeling. And so, it's just great to be able to see all of our amazing healers and practitioners live and be able to chat with them in person, and also, hear what they're up to and feel the energies there. So, thanks to all of our amazing guests today. And AJ and Thomas, I know that people really wanted us channeling from you. So I'd love to end the show with the channeling from you guys, just bringing it all together and closing us out as we go into the KES healing. Is that okay, Scott? Or
absolutely. And just to let everybody know, the show's gonna go a little bit longer tonight because there's so much good stuff happening. So if AJ and Thomas are willing to do a little channeling for us, then we're gonna have another Omoshar song, and then Natalie from Switzerland leading a KES group healing. So but I wanted to also bring up Melissa and Laura one more time. Thank you for being with us. Barbara, I love your energy. I'm so glad, Tangela, you've got a great male partner in Charlie, and you got a great female collaborator, colleague with Barbara. So I'm glad to see you're well supported.
I'm blessed. We'll bring on Janina as well, another show. So, you guys can meet more of the Soul Search team, but blessed, yes, at home, whereas Charlie's here in the back.
He's the big aura, that we see.
He's the big aura. Charlie, where he went. And of course at Soul Search, it takes a whole team to make it grow. And, and it's all of us, everyone here together, all of the energy we're all bringing forth, just really co-creating a whole new movement to create this whole new earth together. It's really exciting. So thank you all.
All right, well, let's turn it over to our two favorite guys, our two favorite couple, AJ and Thomas. We are excited to hear what you guys have to say. And we're not hearing you for some reason. It doesn't show that you're muted.
The sound is
They
So
disappeared.
I think the guides are going to come to us through mime. They're mime guides. We're still not hearing you guys, though, unfortunately.
Oh, well, it happens. Well, your energy and love came through at the beginning, and it's still exuding through right now. So that's strange.
That is strange. Well, I what to do? Do you want to try one more time? Do you think you guys can fix it? Give a thumbs up if you can fix it.
Or should we go to Omashar's song and then come
Yeah,
back
let's do
maybe?
that. Let's go to Omashar's song, and then we'll come back for channeling. And then Natalie, thank God for Omashar. He's always there. When we were doing the live stream the other day, we had all sorts of sound issues. Omashar jumped in doing long songs for us. So.
All right. Stairway to heaven, here we come. Yes. Love is all there is. Put your hand in mine. Keep open your heart. We are love divine. Love is all. Love is all there is. Love makes you feel good. Love is perfect. Love is all there is. Anything less is nothing. Love's for everyone. Love is in everyone. Love is you. You are love. Love is. Truth is in everyone. Love is truth. Truth is love. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is all. Love is not a dream. Love's all there is. Love's what we live for. And this love lives in you. Touching you, guiding you. Love is in everyone. Love is you. You are love. Love is. Truth is in everyone. Love is truth. Truth is love. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is all. Love is Love is all there is. So put your hand in mine and keep open your heart. We are love divine.
A perfect song to go with, to go into. this.
Yes.
Yes. You took
is all
my
there is.
breath away there.
We are love.
I love you so much, Show. Thank you so much.
You also, brother.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go see if our guys are, how you guys are doing. How's it going with sound? We don't hear you. We still don't hear you.
Aw.
No, it's not meant to be, I guess. So, oh, there they go.
Did you check into preferences, guys? Or if you go to the bottom left of your corner where it says mute, there's a little arrow and it'll show you where the microphone's going. If you click it, and it'll say, if you have a MacBook, put it on MacBook Pro microphone, click that, and when it says select a microphone, maybe that's it.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
It takes a technical wizard. I'm the technical wizard, dude.
Thank you, Amish. Thank you so much.
Hey, almost are. Once again,
You don't know why our computer keeps switching us around, even though we don't touch anything.
It's all right. It's the way of the universe.
Mashar, it was meant to be. Thank you.
As it was, thank you so much. All right, we're going to ask you to join us in 3 deep breaths before we go in, or as we go in. There is so much energy, and so much energy already in the atmosphere that I want us to be able to take it in and hold it. So please join me with a deep breath in and out. In and out. All of us have this pathway within our bodies to connect us to the divine realms. And so we encourage you to open each of your chakras, allowing your third eye to open the beautiful doorway into the divine realm. And here we find our beautiful guides.
We are so grateful for this conversation with you this evening as we see your beautiful light, your beautiful intention of consciousness to connect with us as we connect with you, as you reach up to us in love and in the divine realm.
You busy beavers, yes. You so active and involved in so many tools being discovered and being mastered. For this is what you are doing, is mastering your incarnation now as such an important part of your eternal journey. And so we remind you always that none of this is work. All of it is play. For the more you play at it, the easier it shall be for you, and the more you will remain in joy. It is not what you do, but what you be. And so we encourage you simply to allow yourself to be. You are the sentinels. We remind you that there are millions who have not yet even begun this pathway, and they are looking forward to you. They are looking at your example and those teachers just in front of you. All of these in perfect order for the changes that are occurring and for your beautiful ascension.
You are social beings. Yes, yes. Let us remind you as we are gathered in community, in this communion together as divine light, as divine beings, the joy that we experience, that you experience as you return to your center as social beings, as expressing and expanding your consciousness and your creativity out for others to see, out into the world,
changing the very nature of your own vibration and the nature of the vibration of the environment as it extends out into the universe, into the conscious field of light.
Were you to do none of this that you have heard of this evening, we would still adore you. You would still be treasured, for your creation, your individual soul is the fulfillment of a need of the universe. You complete the universe in your being, and therefore you are adored. Always an opportunity for you, always a way to grow.
You are beginning to see this, yes. You are beginning to see and experience for yourself how much you are adored and how you are always connected with everyone and everything.
And now we leave you silently with an energy of pure love. We encourage you to simply allow us to surround you. Not for you have not earned it. It is simply a gift and a part of your birthright. And with this, we are complete.
And yet never far away. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Golly.
I'm so glad the microphone worked.
I'm so glad that came together. And, you know, we feel it. We feel that energy. I hope you felt it.
Good. Isn't that wonderful? You know, when we first started, we asked people, because we knew we always felt that. We had the hardest time leaving when we were done channeling. And so we said, you know, we think they want to give you all a hug. And so let's just see what happens. Just stay still. And so far, every time we've done it, at the very beginning, I'd be like, did you feel that? And I'd see people in their tears and their eyes. I'm like, okay, good, you got it.
That was beautiful, guys. And I loved what the guide said at the beginning. None of it is work. All of it is play. And the more you play, you know, the more it'll, you know, it's all in joy. It's all in flow. It's all in ease.
Well, and we forget that communities like this, these precious communities, and such a joy for us to be a part of this evening, but these communities are really the light that millions are seeing now as they're starting to understand that there's more. There's more. And so they look and they see everybody on this broadcast, everyone in this community. And I think that's important to remember.
Thank you, guys. And for everyone here, our entire global Peace Tribe community and everyone watching, we're all co-creating this together. And Deborah's saying, oh, yes, we are feeling the very high energy tonight and always in the precious moment of now. So yes, we are all feeling that. So thank you. And thank you for the beautiful channeling, Omashar. Thank you for supporting it and happening and closing out the show.
He brought it in. He brought it in.
There's only one of us here.
Hey, I want to just remind everybody one more time, since you are all enjoying Thomas and AJ so much, the website is speakingfromsource.com, speakingfromsource.com, or find them on Soul Search. And again, we love Soul Search. We love our Soul Search community. Every person that Tangela brings in is just such a high vibe being. You know, this is the next generation of healers. And it's been interesting for me in my life because I've known personally most of the last generation of leaders and teachers, the Ram Dasses, and most of them have left their bodies now. And Tangela, you are ushering in the next generation. And it's very, very, very beautiful, very exciting. You know, another part of the next generation are the people coming through the Twin Ray world. So I want to thank Tangela and all the soul searchers.
Thank you.
And now we're going to kind of get ready for, you know, the way we kind of close out our Saturday nights with a very beautiful KES healing. And I'm going to bring Deborah up to introduce our healer for tonight. Deborah, would you like to introduce Natalie for us?
Oh, of course. It's my greatest honor and my greatest pleasure to be able to introduce my beloved Natalie, who's like definitely a sister of light to me. She's from Geneva, from Switzerland, so we usually speak French with each other. Bonsoir Marjorie, comment vas-tu?
Salut, merci. Plaisir.
Écoute, merci d'être là. Thank you so much to be here. It's really a great honor. She's one of the pillars of light of Chenrei. There's no doubt. She's a powerhouse. You're going to feel that tonight. And yeah, maybe you want to tell us a bit, Natalie. I think you are doing this for like, I don't know, 40 years now or more. Forever. It feels like lifetimes.
Forever.
And lifetimes.
Yes, it started some while ago.
Yeah. So Natalie is really one of our greatest healers, and yeah, I got the pleasure to meet her here in Ashland last year, and then we went to Maui together, and yeah, we also both know Mother Mira very well, and but we never met there, and yeah, I would just let all of you beautiful people enjoy the tremendous amount come through her to all of us, and it's really a profound pleasure to have the Swiss Alps magnifying her power even more so tonight. And yeah, I mean, I don't think, do I still need to introduce the K Christic energy system, or is everyone familiar now with basically it's just a system that works on all three levels, on body, soul, and mind, which is important because if we only work on the body, then nothing really happens. The same thing, if we only work on the mind, then it's just not enough. It really needs to be the trilogy, the famous trilogy that's always there, that really needs to be healed fully, and then yeah, even karmas get changed, and all the way up to 144,000 beings back and forth, from the past and the future, and 7 generations really back and forth are going to be touched tonight, and an entire monad. Maybe Natalie, you want to explain us a bit more?
Oh, I think it's something that you live more than you explain, because it's magical. It has no words to it, I think. So it's very profound, and it's more an experience, as they say. So I think you've explained enough, and we'll just go into it, if that's good for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
With all this loving energy that we received today, it's going to be easy to go inside. So I'm just going to ask you to just relax, open your heart, and accept to receive the highest blessing. And if you have something specific that you wish to work on, this intelligence system will be guided in the most mysterious ways. So close your eyes, ask if you wish something specific. If not, just let the highest come in for you for tonight. I, Nathalie Moutian, call upon the Christic light, the Christic supreme intelligence, to support and facilitate this group KS holding session. I ask permission from all receivers present to receive this group holding with the highest good and divine grace for all involved. I ask that we all be aligned for the duration of this session to the divine intelligence of the Christic energy system with grace, with ease, and with joy. I invite the cosmic Christ energy to connect with us now in the most appropriate way for all involved. May all that transpires in this microcosmic be a reflection of our group constellation, support and uplift the ascension of the entire human collective and all sentient life. I also call forth from the Divine Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father presence to overlight this group container with pure unconditional love from the Most High. May all be known through this connection of pure love. So that this group holding session anchors in us in the most benevolent way. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Thank you, and so be it. And slowly, surely, be assured that you will be held in a cocoon of love and light. As this healing will stay with you as long as it needs. Allowing you to integrate in every cell of your body. In every part of your beingness. In your unconscious and conscious. Allowing the magic to bring more freedom in your body. More peace and love into your life. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Natalie,
My
for
pleasure.
getting up so early and being with us. And I'm going to go to gallery view we still have over 30 of our friends with us.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. My honor. My honor.
Natalie, I know you sent me your bio and I apologize, I can't find it. Did you put into the chat box again how people can reach you and a little bit about you?
Oh God. How they can reach me? I have a website. It's called nataliemoutia.com. But they can go through you and get my email address. That will be fine.
Okay, all right. Well, Natalie, she did a beautiful session for myself. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble talking because
It's normal. Normally after this, we just go and drift off. There's no possible to speak after this.
all right, well,
So
she does family constellation work. That's what it is.
I do
Beautiful
that, yes. I'm a healer, an artist, an author, many things, but I'm especially, yes, heaven on earth for me is priority.
Well, thank you for a
Thank you
beautiful.
dearly
I'm going to
for
go ahead
this
and
opportunity.
I'm going to keep the Zoom room open for a little while I go get
Yes,
the email
please.
address and put in the chat box. And if anybody wants to share, it's always helpful to find out from people how people experience this. And so if you would all be willing to put into the chat box what you experience, because we're collecting people's experiences from these KES healings. So it's a beautiful gift. Normally sometimes people pay as much as $222 for a KES healing. So if you all would be willing to put it in the chat box, and I'll leave the room open for a little bit, what you experienced tonight, that would be really wonderful. And I'm going to go get Natalie's email address. And thank you, everybody, for a beautiful, beautiful night. I will see you on Wednesday night. It's going to be an evening of love coaching and all about the power of love coaching. Omushara will be with me. And the next week, it's celebrating 11 days of global unity. Thank you again, Natalie, Deborah Juliet, and everybody who's with us. We love you so much. Peter Sterling. And we'll see you all next week and have a beautiful sacred Sunday. And for those of us in America, happy Labor Day weekend.